Has it notified us? Okay. All right. So moving forward from where we stopped, we were still on data definition language. All right. So today we'll continue with data manipulation language. Okay. So I might not be sharing some of the notes because of my refresh rate now at the moment. So if you have your notes with you, you could just I'll just be referencing some of the terminologies, all right, and then some of the keywords and clauses. So remember, for the DDL, we have the create, the alter, the drop, and then the truncate. There are four keywords, four core keywords. All right. We also have the rename. So it's it's you often see it, all right, but the four keywords are create, drop, alter, and truncate. Then for the DML, we have the insert, update, and delete. So you can check your notes. All right. So I'll say I'll write a comment here. All right. So I can call this DML. So I'm moving straight into DML now, which is data manipulation language. So if you've not gotten up to this point, I would implore you to go and revise what has been taught. All right, you'll get it. You get it. It's very simple. Right. So all right. So this is just a comment I've made. All right, using the two semicolons. I think that's semicolon or hyphen. All right. So the first keyword I'm making use of is the insert keyword. Now, what does the insert keyword does? Right, the insert keyword adds new rows and record into a table. That was what one of us just asked. Thinking either I'm always mixing it up, Rachel or Raphael. If that was what the assignment covered. So the insert keyword, okay, it adds new rows and records into. So let me just write a comment here. This one deals with the manipulation of data within a database. So that's what this keyword does. Okay. Now we're using the insert keyword. What does insert keyword do? Add new rows. So these new rows, they represent records, okay, or entries. For those of us that do data entry. My system is hanging. Oh goodness. Hmm. Yes. Let me. So all of these are just comments, like I mentioned, you could write your comments using the tool, or you could write your comments like this. Okay, these are your write comments. So now remember we created a database, and let's show tables. Let's run this query. Okay, let's show tables. No database selected. All right, so I can come over here and say use database, because I want to use database. Use database. Use database. What's the name of our database? TEFEM. Okay. Why is it returning? Okay. Sorry, there's a mistake here. Use TEFEM. Okay, so I've already specified. This is serious. Use TEFEM. All right. Remember, I said when you want to work in the database, you make it. If I want to create a new table, of course, I have to specify where that table is being created. So I said, if you want to do that, you use the database. So this is the use keyword. Use TEFEM. All right. So I can come here and say show tables. Let's see the tables we have in this database. Show tables. All right. So we use this. If you don't know what this is, this semicolon. I think this is semicolon. Yeah, semicolon. Is to end just like your sentence. If you're writing a sentence in English, all right, you'd have to use the comma or the full stop to communicate that you've ended the communication, of you've ended what you're trying to write. So this is the table in the TFM database. Now remember, to retrieve the table, we use the select keyword, select, and use this asterisk, okay, to return all the colons and their respective data, if there is any. Okay, sorry, my laptop is really hanging. I think I need to restart, and I need to do an update. It's really lagging. Why is it returning an error? Okay, I'm selecting this keyword. I'm trying to return, the name of my table is product, so I'm trying to return the colons from product. I've not even started what I want to teach. Please, if you've not, I took time to explain all of this. All right, so if you've not really gotten it, go to the last two videos. All right, I can ensure you will understand all of this. Let me see, this will run. I took time to explain this. I took time to explain. Did it just run? Okay, the name of our table is products. Sorry, I think that's why it's returning an error. All right, okay. So you see how little mistakes can, if you can't troubleshoot, it will be very challenging to debug. Right, so we use the select keyword and then this asterisk to return all the column names from the product table. So, but now if you observe, we don't have any entry. Okay, we don't have any entry in the data in the table. So we have to now begin to populate it, like someone mentioned. Right? Who asked that question? Is it Raphael or Rachel? Okay, so
Bye.
Raphael or Rachel?
Raphael.
All right, okay, so this is where we are. All right, so how do we do that? We use the insert keyword. So this is the syntax. Okay, you can reference your notes. Insert. Now we want to auto-populate this, and this is where it's done. Insert into. Okay, let me just use caps lock. I prefer using caps locks. Insert into. Then the syntax is using these keywords. This is select. This is an SQL statement, now a combination of two keywords. Insert into. You call the table name. All right. So the table name in this case is products. Remember to add your S, products. Insert into products, and then you use the keyword value to check your notes for this syntax. Use the keyword values, not value, values. All of this matters. It can return error, and you might be, you might take a while to debug it. So insert into products. So this is syntax table name, then values. All right. So this is just the syntax. And how will I go about this now? Let me think of a simpler way to do this. So remember, we created a table, and this is let me get rid of this. And this is the structure of our table. All right, product ID, which is an integer value type, and data type. Varchar is for category for variable characters, then decimal, and then date. So this is the structure of our table. So we want to auto-populate it now, starting from the product ID followed by the product name, category, price, and manufacturing date. So this is how it's done. You put your, let me show you two ways. Please remind me, maybe if I don't complete this in today's class. So this is where it's done. If you want to, suppose there are two scenarios now. Suppose you want to add multiple entries. Okay, this is the way it is done. You open your queue, you open your brackets, right? So now we'll follow it in, let me select this. So we'll follow it in this order. Look at it, product name. So this is how we're going to do it. So since it's a product ID, this is what we'll do. So the ID, the first ID we use is 1. Remember, this is how it is. We're not putting double quotes because it's not a text value. So the next one will be product name. So what's our product name? Oh. What name are we going to give it now? So let's say let's say laptop. Okay. Sorry, I'm just not very what's the word now? Happy with the performance of my laptop. It's even really slowing it down. So we'll put the category. Okay, we use this. You can say electronics. So laptop it's an electronics. So that's the category. What else again? Product. Okay, price. So this is, where is the table we created last time? No. Okay, so this is, we've done that for integer, the product ID, product name, category. Now decimal. Remember when I was explaining this? So this is the value we gave was 62. So that means we have a total number of 6 that can be in that entry. So we can say, let's say 1,200, 1,000. What's happening? Okay, 1,200. 0.99. So So if you see the total, is 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we have 6 values. I could do $120.9, $120.99. All right. So just be ensure that it doesn't exceed the total count, which is this 6 2 represent the decimal point, while 6 is the total number. So if I put 3, it will return an error, but I don't have time to put that as a demo. All right, so let's do 1 2. So now we're done with price, and the next thing will be, what's there again? Manufacturing date. All right, so since it's a data type, so this is where it's entered. It's entered in this format. Let me just write it beneath. This is how it's entered. Y hyphen, this hyphen on this signs, then did it. This is how you enter it. Okay, so we do that here. Let's use 2024 01 and 15. What else again? Okay, so then I put my semicolon. Let's hatch this. There's something wrong here. Colon count doesn't match value count at row 1. Value ID. What do we have? Someone sends up. Rich Raphael. Let me troubleshoot this.
Okay, sir, I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
I observed that for the date format, you use semicolon, the quotation. I thought we only use that for voucher. Abi yes, voucher, abi voucher. For like a test format. I thought why are we using it for dates?
Wait, okay. Okay, thank you. Yeah, thank you. Hold on, I'm trying to troubleshoot this. Colon count doesn't match value count at row 1. Colon count. Let me see what I did here. Hold on. We have product name, voucher, category. Mm, at row 1. Okay, I'm thinking. Let me try something. I have more than the colon I'm supposed to be working with. I'm not using. So I think we have a cost price here. I can remember we're trying to do a demo using cost price. So if you look at the table we created initially, we don't have cost price. It just ended at manufacturing date. The 5 colons 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. So I don't know where the error is coming from because I remember I used this cost price as an example. So I forgot to drop it. So remember this our keyword alter table. Then we call the table name products. Okay, followed by drop keyword, drop existing colon name. What's the colon name? Cost price. I hope that's the problem. Okay, I'll explain something now. Okay, drop this. That could be the challenge. Okay, I've dropped that colon. Let's check what we have here. Incorrect date value for colon manufacturing day at the one. Okay, so we have a more defined problem statement rather. Let me check. All right, so let's select our table now. Okay, so you can see we've auto-populated the table. All right. Do we have any question? Can we still see my screen? Hello. All right, so let me explain something. So this is the syntax for inserting. Let me make this as a comment. So this is the syntax for inserting values into your data, into your table rather. Insert into, then the table name, followed by the values. This is a keyword where you can now put in. So it's a language, like I mentioned, programming language. And now, so this is the reason why it returned an error is because I think we can still go through that error here. It has cleared. So the reason why it returned is because I can't record the error now, but it's part of troubleshooting. So I had more colons than the name, than the amount of entry I want to give in the table. Okay. So, but that does not mean we cannot enter. Imagine if you have an existing colon, maybe we have extra 4 colons. That does not mean that I can choose what I want to do. I can choose what I want to enter. I can choose what I want to update. All right. So this is the first approach to entering your data or entering records into your table. Okay. So if I want to do this again, I could hatch this, or I could just use the key Control plus D. Okay, it has given me another option to enter another record. I could do Control, just a combination of two key, Control plus D. Okay, so I can enter 3 records, and this is what I mean. So you can see it here. I can change this to laptop. Change it from laptop to say smartphone. Okay, change my ID number. to 2. Then changes electronics to, depending on the kind of entries you are, you can leave it as electronics. All right. Then changes to 3. Then change this to let's change this to something else. Let's say desk. Call this category furniture. Alright, let me hatch this in. So if I select from the table, this is what we have. So I have 2 entries already. Okay. So do we understand any question up to this point? Inspire, you have a question?
No, I don't have a question, sir.
Okay. Philip, please go ahead.
All right, sir. Please, I wanted to ask the time you were trying to do something like a duplication of this this statement, this insert into, was it Control D or you used a feature on the read one?
No, control key plus D. Yeah, duplicate.
Okay, okay. Thank you.
Okay. Yeah, Bola, go ahead, please.
Good evening, sir. Please, I'm sorry for dragging you back, but can you explain how you resolve the issue of that date?
Sorry, I didn't get that.
The that line that you wrote the year, month, and date is also giving me an error, and I didn't get when how you resolved it.
You didn't get. Sorry, I'm not getting the question.
Like
The
when
date.
yes, initially when you're writing is that line 90, there was like an error there, so I was not like paying enough attention to understand how you were able to resolve the error.
That's this the date values, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so this is the syntax, all right? This is the syntax in writing date values in my SQL Workbench, right? So if you observed, when I removed it, it didn't run. So this is the syntax for writing dates. It's just the language. All right. Unlike numeric values, unlike numeric values like this ID now, it's not. You don't have to put in double quotes and then decimal data types. You don't have to put in you don't have to put in double quotes. So it's the syntax.
All right, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay. Uh, sorry, my system is really hanging. I can't even proceed. It's not even making me concentrate. So this is just for the inserting your data into, or your records. So you could use the control T plus D to duplicate as much or as many information in your table. Okay, and just to change the observations. Oh my god. Let me see. Let me see how I could proceed. Please, sorry about. I think I have to update my system. It's really lagging. So this is part of inserting data into the table. All right. So this is another way. If I should hatch this again, oh, no, let me do control. Okay. I could decide to put another entry. Can call this furniture. You can change the price. Can change the date to, let's say, May 15th, 05. So just to hatch it again and to run. So if I select from the table, you see this. All right. So see another approach to it. Now, one of the limitations to this is that you get to keep on adding integer. That's this ID 1 2 3 4 4 1 2 3 down to the length of the table. But the challenge is that these values, imagine I was trying to put the number 3 and I go and put 4 or 5. This, remember, according to database design, all right, there's what we call primary key and foreign key. Your primary key should be 100% unique, and your foreign key can have reoccurrence. All right. So in order for us not to make this mistake, there's what we call primary key. There's a keyword called primary key. This is it. I'll show you how to go about it. Say we want to create another table. All right, we can call that table. Let's to create another table, use the keyword again, use database. That's it. Use this database TEFEM. Right, so I'm telling the script now to create the table. I want to create another table. To create the table in a data in this same database. Say we have a different database. Let's say product database or any other database, employee database. We can change the keyword here. So since I'm going to create this table, I want to direct SQL to where the table will be created. That's why I'm using this keyword. TFEM is the database. So use TFEM. Okay. I run the query. So I can go ahead and create another table. Create table. Create table. I call the name of the table. You can call it, let's say, sales. Okay. Sales. This is it. So because of time, I'll copy this and put it here. Okay. So remember this syntax, this is where we create the table. Create table sales. Okay. Okay, so I won't just leave this integer, this data type. Hello, can we still see my screen?
Yes.
Okay, my system is really is trying to I think I need to update it. It's misbehaving. I don't know why. I don't know why. I won't be able to continue. If not, it just frustrates my efforts. It's almost making me inconvenient. So just see what will happen. I wanted to I was thinking I could cover what I wanted to cover today and drop another assignment so that will help us practice. All right. So we'll just end the call here. Sorry, my hello. Can we hear me?
Can hear you now.
Okay, so this is what I'm saying. In our next class, I can't proceed forward again. So I'll try and fix a class so that we can cover what has been done, or I'll go over all of this in again. I didn't even put it in a systematic way. I just hope some of us got it. So I'll do a refresher again, and then drop something we can use to practice for the DML, which is data manipulation language. All right. I just have to do a work on my system. It's really frustrating my effort. So please, we'll end the call today. Just go ahead to fill the attendance, and for those of us that have not been able to come up to this point, I would suggest you watch the videos. All right, watch the videos. The last two classes we had, it really I took a lot of time to explain some of these keywords so that I won't have need to always go back again. I hope we understand, please. Okay. So please go ahead and just fill the attendance. Sophia, you raised your hands. You wanted to ask a question. All right, so please, we'll call it a day here, okay? I'll try and make up. All right, so that we could just cover what we've done. Okay. Thank you for joining. I'm sorry about the experience.